What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to a Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you another review for BlackLighting, Episode 3, Season 4, Episode 3, called Despite All My Rage. First things first, you can hit that like, subscribe, share, the notification button. Also, leave a comment down below what you thought about the episode. And if you like the episode or dislike the episode, let me know in the comments down below. Got a goal to 100 subscribers. Want to accomplish that goal. So those who are not subscribed, subscribe. Those who are subscribed, share the video with your friends, your loved ones, anybody that like this type of stuff. Send them to me. Tell them to come over and subscribe. Get them over here. Because that's all talk about this. All have one big fan discussion, right? So with that being said, let's get into it. I'm going to get, like I always do, here's a synopsis of what the episode is about. Jefferson is feeling even more lost after a frustrating therapy session. Anissa continues to care for a still comatose Grace. Lynn has a breakthrough. So, let's get into it. Jefferson's therapy session is about how he still feels guilty, and now he's having nightmares because the episode starts off with him having him fighting and coming downstairs to find that Tobias is in his room, in his dining room, and him and Tobias have this fight, but nothing's working. No, his electric powers ain't working. His punches ain't working. Nothing he could do could defeat Tobias, and Tobias ended up defeating him in the dream sequence that you will later find out was, him in his therapy session telling her what he can tell her about his nightmare, and that she tells him that the dreams are some type of manifestation of his guilt, and the fact that he feels, I guess, that his life as BlackLighting causes more trouble than his life as Jefferson Pierce, and that he feels guilty that he got Henderson. He got Henderson killed. He feels guilty about getting Henderson killed, and that this still determined his decision. But now even though I still feel like he still should have been coming to his senses and continuing being BlackLighting, we get more context and stuff. Now we get to see what he's going through. He's having recurring nightmares, so now it's kind of, I've been having problems with the whole why I shouldn't be BlackLighting, but now I'm kind of coming around to it. Still think it's a problem, an unnecessary problem, but I'm still coming around to the idea why they playing with it in this season. Lynn's breakthrough was that in her therapy sessions, she realized that the reason why she was addicted, she found out why she's truly addicted to. She was addicted to the serum that gave her powers and all that type of stuff. While she was addicted to green light and the stuff that gave her powers, she was addicted because of her trauma or childhood trauma. That fact that she had her father, mother, and brother basically served in the military, and when it came time for her being able to serve in the military and be like them, they told her she couldn't, because she didn't have the attributes of serving in the military, because her attribute was that she was smarter than all of them, that she was like almost genius intellect, and that her parents realized that her going to the army, even though she wanted to go to the army to be like everybody else, they told her not to do it, and that she should focus on her strengths, which is her brain. And then hearing Jeff tell her that in one scene in this episode, she gets caught using Lightning's powers of healing. She's somehow found a way to replicate her own daughter's powers, but not just the electricity part, but just the healing parts at least. She learned how to isolate that particular part of her powers to use it for herself to better understand Jen's powers. And she gets into an argument with Jeff about it, and how she at first she was arguing with him to stop being Black Lightning and stop being a hero for the sake of their children, and he called her a hypocrite. And she said she's only doing this because he won't put on the suit and be out there to watch their daughter's backs. And he tells her that, you know, she tells Jeff that I'll stop taking this drug and giving myself superpowers and stuff like that when you go back out as Black Lightning and be able to have our daughter's backs. And he said, you know what, fine, you wanna be out there and play superhero, you know, do all this, you do it. He said, I don't want no part of it. But it came back in her therapy session that once again, you know, her daughter is telling her to stay out of the superhero spotlight because she's not like her husband, her kids. She don't have power or the combat training to be superheroes like them. And once again, she heard that she found out that the root of her addiction, that she is addicted to being not the drug, but she is addicted to being in fitting in somewhere that she doesn't belong. And she so desperately want to fit in somewhere that she doesn't belong. She would do what she had to fit in. If that means taking drugs to fit in, she would do that. And she realized that's where her addiction comes from, her wanting to desperately fit in somewhere she doesn't belong because she got rejected. She couldn't be in the army. Her parents told her she can't be in the army. Her husband and children telling her she can't be in the hero business. So like she realized that's where her addiction comes from the fact that she's trying to be someone other than herself. And the therapists tell her, be yourself. You know, you got Anissa caring for Grace. She cares for Grace throughout the episode, and Grace finally wakes up from her coma, and there's a happy little conclusion for them at the end, towards the end of the episode. There's a subplot with Jennifer. She got from that when she stopped the game shootout in the last episode. A news outlet. That's all. I think this was like also at the beginning of the episode too, that this news lady anchor, a super fan of Jennifer's, submitted this video, but instead of using the parts that show her saving, you know, a family and doing what she doing being a hero, you know, saving people and stopping the gang violence, the news outlet lady, she edited the video to just only show how to fit her narrative of how superheroes cause property damage and stuff. And that people can't pay because insurance don't cover metahumans and metahumans attacking their property damage and stuff. So they show how when Jennifer was using her powers to try to stop the gang shootout, her lightning was basically destroying cars, busting out windows to the cars and to business windows and stuff around her. And that I think they gave her a nickname of Dangerous Lightning or something like that. And so the little subplot of the episode was her trying to clear her name and gain back control of the narrative that she's a hero and not a liability. But they did argue with her that she should get more training in so she know not to do, so she could at least control her power more and not do that much of property damage. But then, you know, Jen points out how Anissa always leaving crater holes and clap holes and all this type of stuff. You know, using her power, she always leaving property damage. But she said, no, Anissa said she's not as much as her. And she said her dad, Jeff, has done way more property damage. It was a little back and forth, but she ended up having the help of another metahuman. I forgot the boy's name. You know, I'll remember to say it in the next video, but I forgot the boy's name. But he got the power to use technology and use technology he could like talk to it like a technopath. He could talk to technology and get information from anywhere just through technology. Tobias had a good portion in trying to stir the pot between the Jefferson family, even going so far as faking a dinner meet with faking a dinner meet with a legit. Well, it was a legit dinner between apology dinner between Lynn and Jeff, but it was like, but Tobias also interjected himself into it, and I guess it was his idea, but both Lynn and Jeff thought it was each other's idea, so they both went to the restaurant. Um, but yeah, you had a lot of subplots, a lot of things going on. In the end, this was an actual solid episode. This episode right here, I would say episode 3 was better than episode 2 and 1 almost. Like, you got a better understanding of this episode. I got a better understanding of Lynn. We got a backstory on Lynn that we've never seen before. We had a great development episode for Lynn. You know, we got a great little subplot. We still haven't seen the subplot about the new boy in school, but we did get a decent subplot with Jen about you know, her powers and whether or not she needs more training. And you got to see that maybe her going to the atmosphere to absorb that energy is causing more harm to her than it should. We got Gambi trying to investigate these weapons that could potentially kill metahumans and humans alike. But yeah, overall the episode would, if I would get the episode, I would get the episode 8, just because it was 8 big ups, because it was just an overall decent story. I mean, it felt slow at some points, but it really didn't have anything bad, unlike the episodes 2 and 1. It didn't really have nothing bad. It just was a great episode that I really enjoyed. It wasn't, well, not great, but it was an 8 worthy, decent episode. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's the spoilerly, however you want to say it, version of the story. I want to get into too much. There was a lot that happened. I don't want to say, like, there's a whole segment with with Jefferson helping the teacher, but that's for a revelation I want you to see for yourself. And underground fight ring, all that is the part of the great stuff of this episode. But let me know what you thought about the episode in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know. Yeah, we got to go 100 subscribers. Again, appreciate everybody who watched the video. Tell your friends, like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends to do the same. And if you are already subscribed, just tell your friends to come over, watch the video. Tell me what they think. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and just tell them to subscribe. We trying to get this thing going, because we got almost one half of the battle. We getting the one half of the battle done, and now I want to get this other half of the subscriber battle done. So see you in the next video. Peace.